Hello, this is my third try. For some reason I seem to have problems occasionally with my sound. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I'm sorry if it is. I'll try and be quiet. This is Analogue, a hate story. This is, you are a detective, and you've been hired by a historical society to download these log files from a ship that's been missing for quite a number of years, hundreds of years, and they're asking you to find out what happened. And this is the main menu by here. Here's the sorry if I keep on saying but I'm not really used to doing this. This is the options menu by here. I've got quite a number of saves, as you can see, with both of the different AIs. You start off with one of the AIs, and then you go on to the next one. Now, the music volume is off. That is due to me not wanting to get a copyright thing going on with YouTube, and just in case the effects volume is off as well. So sadly, the only sound you will hear is my voice. I apologise in advance. You can have skip scene or skip all. That's up to you. Text speed. I've got it low, I think, but you can have it faster if you want. That is for when the AI talks, and also when the objective stuff happens as well. And there's two options for full screen. I've gone for this one just because my laptop is better in this one here. And also there's windowed. You can have full animation or minimal animation. Minimal animation is a bit dull, so I've gone for full. Now obviously I speak English, I don't speak Korean, so having this in English. Sorry. Yeah, this is the bonus content. As it shows you by here, I've managed to complete 87% of the log by there. Of course, that is the off switch. I can return to main menu or quit or cancel. I will cancel, which goes directly to main menu right now. Now I can restore one of my saves, or I can start a new. I'll start a new so you can see it from the start here. So here we go. You start off by connecting to the terminal override by here. So it kind of makes you feel like you are literally hacking in. And as you can see, last user was this person here. And it was that many days ago, so that's quite some time. So download, you can't do anything right now. I'll just show you. Because you haven't even managed to get admin access. So you need the password, which is Sue here. The password you will find out as you go along. Now notice this name here, which also seems to have the same as the AI, so possibly person who created. or just happens to have the same name. Now you can enable this AI by here. Make sure that you remember the star. It doesn't matter about the capital letters so much when you're doing this, thankfully, otherwise it just takes longer. And here we go. So this is the first AI that you meet, and there we go. She's very happy. They're very emotional sort of people, AIs. Obviously, in the future, they will have emotions, it seems. Now, let's see. I shall put in my username. Okay. Try that again. Pensive game. Here we go. Right. Apparently my name looks like garbage to her. That's kind of annoying. Well. Yes, obviously that means that the input is wrong. I'm just gonna say no. I'll just keep on saying no. I don't understand you. I don't. Now, basically she'll keep on doing that forever if you keep on doing that. So press yes. There we go. You can say no, and you'll go through the whole loop again. So you might as well just say, I understand, yes, whatever. I understand you. Now this is, obviously you can tell this is a text game. You'll probably tell in my search tags for this video as well. And you use her to find the logs. She's a very nice AI, very pleasant sort of person, very lonely. It's very sad, sort of, because she can be quite, she can be happy and sad as well, you know. And so this is how you can find the logs by here. You can type it in. I've never actually used this typing in thing, actually. I've always sort of gone through the files like this. Click through. Now you can, if there's more than one thing in the block, you can click the up and down, or go back and click on whichever one you're wanting to click on. Now if you are part way through reading something and you click on this, it'll start at the beginning of that particular thing that you're reading once you go back to it. As you can see, she's a very lonely sort of person. She's very sweet as well. But she's got a whole different sort of side to it as well. This is her trying to be helpful to you, which is nice. Anyways, I shall get back to, yes, I'll press home here. And this is sort of like the main page for her. You can speak to her, which is basically, she will talk to you. And And this is how to go back to the override terminal by here. It does feel like you're hacking in, which is nice. I like this sort of setup. It's quite nice. It would be nice if instead of looking for the log and then giving it to them to look at, and let me just I'll go back to that. Actually, go back to her. And basically, when you are looking for a log, I'll click on this one here, and new air. Here we go. And you read through this. Some of this is unimportant. Some of this is quite interesting and amusing in parts. Now you give her the message straight after you read it, and she will give you more logs. Here you go, it's opened up some more. I'll go back here to the block, and so she's given us these 3 by here, which is quite nice. And so basically you're collecting as many logs as possible, so you got to go through this whole system. Go through them, give it to her, she'll give you stuff back, or if she doesn't know what you're getting at, then she doesn't. And so you'll use her for this. And also, there's another AI called Mute, which is a security one. Now she's just the librarian of the logs, whereas Mute, she's security, and she'll give you even more information. I'll show Mute to you. Now, I need to put in the password. So if you don't want to know what the password is, turn around now. Oh, a couple of seconds ago. Right, and I need to get the corrupt data up. Don't look around yet, because it's still on the screen. So it'll just be a couple of seconds here while we wait for Mute to get loaded. Anyways, I don't know. I was gonna say something. I couldn't remember what I was about to say then. That's awful. I haven't done many of these play along type things. Right, I'm going to load up Mute now. Enable AI star mute. Go and then quit. Now, Mute, you will see. Here we go. Mute is very colourful, very brash as well. Very much to she really gotten to the point here. Okay, what the hell is going on? Now, here we go. 622 years she's been out for. Wow. That's quite some time. Anyways, when you meet her, you find out something new quite quickly. And here we go, something about a murderess. Now, of course, I'm going to say I'm a woman. Now, there's a reason for why she is suddenly quite sexist here. She thinks it's awesome that women are able to use a computer, but at the same time. Yeah. Da da da. I'm going to be skipping through a few of these bits because I've been through this quite a few times today. And honestly, I think you'll find it more. You'll, if you're into text games and you're into anime or a manga or free or just even one, it will be your sort of thing. It really serves to the fans. You know, this is like a fan service in some ways. And also, it's quite a nice little mystery thing. Now, obviously, she's just said something about this murderous, person, and that's referring to the other AI, who was a person that would have been the last user. And you would never have thought of that because the other AI very sort of like lonely and happy to see you and all that. And they're two very different characters, these AIs. But you'll see sort of like the dark story of how and why that happened. And you may you'll feel sorry for her, and in the next story you'll feel quite sorry for Mute, I have to say. It's quite a nice little game. Now, what I'm going to do, because I don't want to show you too much of... I need to go back to main menu, here I go. I don't want to show you too much of this story, because it is quite interesting. There is quite a few hot sections in there, and I don't want to give all the story away. Now, there are 5 different endings. Well, yeah, 5 different endings, technically. But there are a few that obviously aren't in there, like you shut down the reactor and then you get nothing, and yeah. Or there's one where you get blown up. And that's not shown in these 5. And it's quite nice, this. Anyways, I'll just show you the historical notes here. Now, the modern society aboard the ship is based on the Joseon dynasty, one of the most brutal, oppressive eras for women in Korean history. And the reason for this is explained in the next game. This game is the first of the 2. But the next one has the backstory for the backstory of this game, which is quite interesting. And this one here by here. This is one of the endings that you can use to start the new game in the second game, which is quite interesting the way how they've managed to put them together like that. I found it quite interesting. And the mechanics for that game are very much the same as this, but the AI will read along with you instead of you read through it and then you give it to them and they look at it and they go, I don't know what you're getting at, give it back to you, and then you go to the other one and you give it to them and they're like, oh, I can give you this information, da da da. And they give you more logs, da da da. Both of the AIs will give you more information about certain things. And sometimes they'll give you exactly the same information as the other one did. Or, yeah. I think it's sweet, this one here. Anyways, I have quite enjoyed this game. I managed to get it on sale on Steam, and it was a bargain, I have to say. It came in a package with this one and the other one. Now, of course, as I've said, if you like text games, this is quite fun. If you like, it's a nice, good reading game. It does take a while to do, but it's like a couple of hours. It's like reading a book. It's wonderful. It's an interactive book. It's lovely. So if you want to get it, go for it. It's quite fun, and there's I've only got 87%. It's got this whole thing of it'll keep you coming back for more, trying to get new endings. And there's one ending that I'd like to get. This is a Harmon ending by here. I wonder if I can click on that. Oh, I can. I did not realise I could click on that. There you go. This one's quite, apparently it's supposed to be quite a difficult ending to get. But I'd like that one, because when you go onto the new game, onto Hate Plus, this ending is a good one to use, because I'll both be reading with you. But if you haven't played this and you go on the other one and play that one, you are able to do so. And I'll show you that on the next video. You can choose either one of the AIs and what sort of relationship you have with them. Of course, I've gone with the flirty one because it's the easiest way of doing so. And I've forgotten what I was saying. Anyways, you won't be able to start with both of them on the other game unless you actually get this ending on here, as far as I can tell. That is. But yeah, it's quite nice, this game. It's on Steam. If you want it, get it. If you don't, well, it's your choice, isn't it? Right, goodbye. Maybe you'll see the next video of the Plus Hate. Hate Plus. Plus Hate? Hate Plus? I don't know. I'm confused. Anyways, see you. Bye.